Welcome, everybody. This is the Monday Motivation, and I am John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Growth of the Man program just for men. Now, there's no fee for this, okay? The only fee that you have is if you like it, please share this with friends, subscribe, and make sure that you let other people know about this. Now, the purpose behind this podcast is for me to share my thoughts, my ideas, and things that are going on in this world today. Okay. A lot of craziness. Okay. A lot of craziness. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be relevant, and I'm going to talk like I normally talk. I'm not going to hold anything back. If I have an opinion on something, I'm going to give it to you. If you don't like my opinion, sorry, that's too bad. You can watch something else. I don't care. If you love my opinion, man, just share it, please. So I'm going to talk right now, okay, about a situation that it actually just happened. Okay. I had an employee give me his 2 weeks notice. He gave me 2 weeks notice after he worked a 10-hour shift, after continually asking me for more hours and for him to do things virtually. Well, if you know what I do, you know that I own a performance training business, and we train people, we train athletes, we're in person. We're not doing anything virtual right now at this point. I had nothing virtual for him to do, and I brought him on to be a coach. I needed him. I needed a reliable coach that was able to take sessions where I could do some personal training. I can do other stuff that I needed to do to help build my business. So I hired this guy. Well, he continued to ask for virtual stuff. Like, I don't have virtual stuff. On a consistent basis, he was calling off because he had car problems. So I would help him out. I'd pay for some of his stuff. I'd front for some of his stuff, and I would give him a little bit extra. So he ends up working a 10-hour shift, right? 10-hour shift. I gave him other things to do in between sessions. So he was literally going to get a 10-hour shift. But guess what? He didn't do those things between the sessions. So the next day he was supposed to work another 10-hour shift. And he texted me in the morning. I already have my schedule set with my personal training. He texted me in the morning saying, "Hey, John, I'm tired. I didn't get home till late. I didn't even eat." And at the latest, he got home at 9 o'clock. That's his fault that he didn't eat. It's his fault that he didn't make dinner that night. He wasn't going to have to come in until 10:30 that next day. So he texts me in the morning, says, "John, I'm tired. Can I come in later?" And I told him no, because I had my schedule. I had my schedule laid out, knew exactly who was coming, when they were coming, with the expectation that he was going to be there to train. Well, because I didn't let him come in late, he ended up putting in his 2 weeks notice. All right, bro. Like, you've been unreliable. I've helped you out a ton. You can't come in when I need you to come in. I don't need you. So he came in a couple more times that next week. Shortened shift because he had gotten a second job, and he couldn't take the hours that I truly needed him, which were evening hours. And he always tried to dictate his schedule. Well, him dictating his schedule is not helping me. I need you when I tell you that I need you. Okay, whether you like that or not. I'm the boss. I'm the business owner. It's my schedule. I need you. I hired you to take things away from me to help me. So he comes in. 4th of July happens. We're good. And then I tell him I don't need him the rest of the week, this past week. Well, he calls me when I'm about to go in and train a session Friday morning, asking why his direct deposit didn't go in. Well, first of all, I had been fronting him money. So I was zelling him money. It was legit zelling him money when he needed it. And after that, he calls me. I didn't answer because I'm going in to coach. I want to be in my headspace to help me bring the energy that I need for my athletes to make sure that they are succeeding on a daily basis. So I'm not answering that call. I already knew what it was about. I'm not answering that call. He then sends me a text. I'd send him a text, tell him I'm not meeting with you. I'm not answering the phone because I have coaching to do, and I'm not meeting with you today because I have a lot of coaching to do. He sends me a text. Okay, I'll be at the gym in a minute. I said, no, do not come to the gym. I am not meeting you. I am not meeting with you. I do not need to talk with you. And at the same time, he's actually asking me to lay him off so he can get unemployment. So he could collect unemployment. He gave me his 2 weeks after I told him no, that he can't come in later because he told me he needed more hours. He gave me his 2 weeks after I told him he cannot come in later. So he wanted unemployment to get back on his feet. I have given him other things to do to help him make more money, to generate more money for the business, to give me some value rather than just coaching my classes, to give me some value. Always remember this. The value that you bring, the more money you will make. So if you bring more value, you're going to make more money. Well, I consistently gave him things to do, and he did not do them, or he did them half-ass. There was always an excuse. That's the thing that I hate, the excuse makers. So he ended up showing up at the gym in the middle of my sessions, disrupting my sessions, calling me lazy, telling me that he had built my business, even though he's only been with me a couple minutes or a couple months. He did not build my business. He did not do that. I built my business. He trained some sessions. He did not build my business. He did not bring the money to help pay him what he deserved from the work that he did. We know this. This is simple. That's the employee mindset. Him thinking that just because he was training some sessions, covering for me, that he was building my business. That's not building my business. I was building my business. So he comes in with this mindset, this scarcity mindset, that I should be giving him a bunch of things. Mind you, I paid for some of his car repairs, half of some of his car repairs. I fronted him money a couple times. I paid him off my schedule that I'm supposed to pay him, so he's a W-2 employee. But I was paying him through Zelle, which then takes him off as a W-2 employee. So I was stepping away from my standards, things that I needed to do to make things more convenient for him. But I'm the bad guy, right? Told me that I'm lazy. Even though I'm the one working on the business during the day and then coming into training. Just because I leave it a little bit earlier than him doesn't mean that I'm lazy. It doesn't mean that I'm not putting in the work. I've been putting in the work for 8 years. I've owned my business for 8 years. I've gone through a lot of ups. I've gone through even more downs. I've put in time to build my business and grow my business and grow the relationships that I have to be able to bring people in to train with me. Going through my scorecard to see my leads over the last couple months, every single lead was dealt with by me. 0 leads were dealt with by him. But he built my business, right? Bullshit. You didn't fucking build my business. That's my fucking business. I built my fucking business. This is the issue. Everybody wants things handed to them. We're coming from a generation where everybody got trophies for everything that they fucking did. And it's bullshit. Trophies for finishing last. That is where you expect things to come to you without putting in the fucking work. If you want things, good things to happen to you, you need to put in the fucking work. Quit making these fucking excuses about not being able to do shit. Create an excuse after excuse after excuse. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Yeah, you do. You're just not prioritizing that time. Prioritize your time to make more money. You've got a lot of free time. He could have been providing a shit ton of value for me, because for a lot of the time he was working with me, he was not coming in till 3:30. It's a 45-minute, 50-minute drive. Yeah, that sucks, but that was his decision. He knew where my gym was. He knew where he had to drive to come work for me. I asked him to do things to help build my business. He did not do that. He did not provide that value for me. So for me to go out of my way to help him fix his car numerous times, to front him money, to pay when things were more convenient for him than they were for me, and provided me no value. Provided me no value on top of the minimums that he should have been providing me value for. I asked him to do things, but there was an excuse. So for you, for the real life application for this, stop making fucking excuses. Fuck your excuses. Fuck your excuses. Make shit happen. Provide value. Provide value for yourself. Provide value for your company. Provide value for others. The more value you provide for others, the more successful you're going to be. The more value you provide for others, the more successful you're going to be. Plain and simple. Provide more value. Stop making excuses and make shit happen. Make shit happen. I understand it, man. I understand it. I came from a middle-class family. My dad worked his full-time job, and then he would do side jobs on the side to help pay for things for us. I wasn't rich. I didn't come from money. My parents bought all used vehicles. We never had new vehicles. The first time my mom bought a new vehicle was when I was in college. That's the first time my mom bought a new vehicle. The first time my dad bought a new vehicle was when he retired. I didn't come from money. I know what it's like to struggle. I've been poor. I've had people help me pay for shit. I know what it's like. Stop making excuses. When I had zero money, I was making excuses. I was blaming everybody else. I was blaming everybody else but myself. You are the reason you succeed or you fail. Make that conscious decision to succeed every single day. What are you doing every day to get better? What value are you providing to this world every single day to make more money, to do better, to do more in this world? Provide that value. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoy this episode. Now, please share it, like it, subscribe, share this with somebody else that might need a little bit of help, might need a little motivation. I look forward to seeing you guys next week.